Hello everyone, my name is William and today I'm going to teach you about the introduction to making a 2D platformer in Unity. Now today I'm just going to show you with the game I already pre-made and that we're going to make together. So let's press play and let's begin. So we press space to start, so let's start. Then we spawn here, and as you can see the green character is the one that we can move. There's a score on the top left and we can double jump. And what's interesting is that if we double jump we don't end up dying. I mean we don't end up jumping infinitely. And look what happens if we fall down. We respawn. And then we can go here, we can press enter to shoot bullets, we can wall jump. Like so. Then we can get killed by enemies. And respawn. Then we can stomp on enemies too. Then we can go to the exit and load the new scene. Here we are. Let's do the same thing. And then we'll go here and restart the game. So I'm going to teach you about all that and how we're going to make Unity games. So let's first start off by creating a new project and I'll show you from there on. Hello again everyone, what you want to do is you want to start up a new scene here. Make sure to save it and call it whatever you want. I would prefer a new scene or scene 1. And then make sure to have a camera, and then you have the art here. And don't worry about the art, I'll provide it for you in the description. And then we're going to get started by dragging this ground here. Now what you're going to want to notice is there's a sprite render here, and this sprite render essentially has all the it has a sprite that has everything about it. So why not we just want to do the ground, then we want to change the scale. Now as you can see, this is far too small. I mean we can zoom in, but it's too small. So let's change the size of it 2 and 2. That looks much better. And now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go into the scene and move this down here. Now, we want to create many of these, right? But what if we want them to have the same components, right? So you want them to have a box collider, 2D, make sure it's 2D, and so that way it can collide with other objects, more specifically the player and enemies. But why don't we want it to, we don't want to create many of these instances. Well, that's where prefabs come in. Let's create a new folder here and call it prefabs. What prefabs are essentially items that can be, instantiated in the game and can be copied, and whenever you edit one of them, you can change all of them if you want. And so this is useful for creating many different types. Let's say if you want to create a lot of objects that are, like bullets, for example. We want to make a lot of those. So let's press Control D to duplicate, hit V. Now move it a little bit to the side, press V, and then select it and drag it to the corner there, and as we can see there's 2 of them. And they both have the same properties, except for the name is different. Oops. So then let's duplicate some more. Duplicate some more, and let's create a working scene. There we go, we have a scene. And now what we want to do is, this is too messy because there's 8 of these, so let's create our own empty object. Let's call this level layout and place all these ground objects in there as to avoid clutter. There we go, much better. And now let's go and create we want to go to art and we want to grab the player object, which is green, and move him here. And as we can see, once again the player is too small compared to everything, so let's change the scale to 2 and 2. There we have it. And now what do we want to do? We want to add some component here. We want to add a circle collider, 2D, to it, so that way we collide. And here's a tip, guys: don't use a box collider when you're making a player, because if you're playing a player move, because of my clip on the ground. So always use a circle or a capsule. And then what we want to do is we want to add a rigid body 2D, and what a rigid body is it works with physics. So make sure to have this. Now let's play and see what happens. As you can see, the player moves down and collides with the box, and that's a good thing, because we want the box to essentially, we want the player not to collide with it, but we don't want the player to, we want to be able to control the player, right? So that's where, in the next episode, we're going to be working on a new script called Player Movement. We're going to move the player around. So I'll see you then, and bye.